Several years ago, I took Precision Nutrition's sleep, stress management, and recovery course. I enrolled for two reasons. One, my own sleep had been a mess for years, but two, I wanted better tools for my clients. What I didn't expect was one simple sentence that locked into my brain, and it's really never left. A training program is only as good as your body's ability to recover and grow from it. That line hit me hard because it isn't just true for training. It's true for work, for stress, for family, for everything, for life. Anything you do is only as beneficial as your body's ability to tolerate it, adapt to it, and then recover from it. Let me show you what that looks like with exercise. You start the day at 100% recovery. You train hard and you drop to 80%. If you only recover back to the same 100% and then repeat the exact same session, you're spinning your wheels. You've restored what you had, but you haven't built anything extra. There's no super compensation, no higher baseline, no real progress. Progress only happens when recovery takes you beyond your previous 100%, or when you deliberately increase the demand once you're fully recovered. That concept made complete sense, but I had a problem. I had the idea, but I didn't have the tool to measure it. My five-legged stool and the missing piece. For years, I've taught my clients a simple framework. Your health is a five-legged stool. Leg one, exercise, strength, and cardio. Leg two, nutrition, food and supplements. Leg three, medical, labs, doctor visits, assessments. Leg four, sleep, stress management, and recovery. And then leg five, emotional health. If any leg gets weak, your stool's going to wobble. Neglect any one or more long enough, and the whole thing crashes down. I had systems for every leg except for one, that recovery piece. You can track sleep, you can track steps, you can track your macros, but how do you track your body's actual ability to handle life? I didn't have an answer, at least not yet. I had heard of heart rate variability. I even wore an Oura ring, but no one had ever made HRV feel important. It was just another number on a dashboard. Then everything changed. The sequence of events that changed everything. About 2 years ago, one of my closest clients handed me Peter Attia's book, Outlive. That book sent me deep into the topics of longevity, VO2 max, metabolic health, and integrating strength, zone 2 training, and intensity. Peter measures everything. He even pricks his finger mid-workout to check lactate. That's insane. The man is next level. I heard him mention a heart rate system called Morpheus. At the time, I shrugged it off. I was already using a Scosche heart rate monitor via an arm strap, and I thought I was set. Then two things happened. My Scosche literally exploded, the band part. And that same client, my buddy Phil, he bought himself a Morpheus, and he bought one for me too. I had no idea how much that gift would change my training and my life. What makes Morpheus different? Joel Jamieson, one of the world's top HRV experts, built Morpheus based on 20 years of work with MMA fighters, NFL athletes, and high-level performers. And here's why it stands out. First, accuracy. Chest straps measure the heart's actual electrical impulse. Watches and rings, they use optical sensors. It's not even close. Second, the daily recovery test. Every morning, first thing, you put on your strap, sit still, enter your sleep, rate your soreness and how you feel, and you let Morpheus run a 2.5-minute HRV and or recovery test. It gives you a recovery score based on the last 24 hours. Third, you get individualized training zones. Blue for recovery, green for conditioning, and red for overload. It doesn't just count activity, it measures load, what that work actually cost your body. That was the missing piece I'd been looking for. So here's my wake-up call and a confession. For the first several weeks of wearing Morpheus, I wasn't even doing the morning recovery test. I was only using Morpheus to track calories and intensity. Then Phil showed me his app on his phone, and I noticed that it showed a lot more data than what I was seeing. And I asked why. He said, you have to take the morning recovery test. So I started, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. It was time change weekend in early November of 2025. It is physiologically impossible for my body to sleep in. So I was waking up at like 3 a.m. for days. Hard upper body session on Sunday, time change Sunday. Brutal leg day on Monday, lost sleep, extra caffeine, life stress, work stress. Tuesday morning, I finally checked my recovery. 56%, which is considered bronze or fairly under recovered. I still didn't fully get it. So I trained hard again that morning. My recovery dropped another 23 points. I ended up at 33%, which is in the red zone. That's when the alarm bells went off. That was my moment, my wake up call, the pivot. 2 days later, I had cardio scheduled again. This time I stayed only in the blue zone the entire hour. Not easy. The top of that zone is still your technical zone 2, which is not a cakewalk, but it was controlled. And my recovery improved after that session instead of dropping further. And since that first week in November, even through sleep struggles and an ER visit for vertigo the week of Thanksgiving, my recovery has trended upward slowly, steadily, and consistently because I stopped training blind. Why feeling off is not enough. As a coach, I hear this every day. I just don't have it today. Something feels off. I didn't sleep great. I'm dragging. People feel under recovered, but they don't know why. With a real recovery score, you stop guessing. You see exactly where you stand. You know whether to push or to pull back. That's training with intelligence, not ego. That's how you avoid burnout, plateaus, injuries, and chronic fatigue. So, what about Aura, Whoop, Fitbit, Garmin, or Apple Watch? They all offer some version of a readiness score, and I'm not here to bash any of them. They're excellent products. Aura is excellent for sleep. Whoop shows useful trends. Apple Watch is fine for general activity. But when it comes to heart rate accuracy and true HRV, optical technology cannot match a chest strap. If you want to train based on how your body is actually responding, Morpheus is in a different league. Your body's a battery. This is the real point. Your body is a battery. When you're fully charged, you can train hard, you can push, you can grow. When you're drained, your workout suffers, your sleep suffers, your immune system suffers, your stress tolerance drops, your performance tanks. Most people wake up every day with no idea what their battery level is. They train blind, they push blind, they guess. Morpheus gives you the battery meter, the dashboard, the truth. Once you know the truth, you can finally train with intelligence instead of emotion. In closing, I can't recommend Morpheus highly enough. It has changed how I train, how I coach, how I plan my weeks, and how I understand my own body. I plan to introduce it to every client I work with because it's that powerful. You can't manage what you don't measure, and you can't train wisely if you don't know your recovery. Your body's a battery. The question is simple. Do you know your charge level today? If you're ready to stop guessing and start training with real recovery data, I'd love to help. Whether you want personalized coaching or just a better system for managing your recovery, reach out. I'm here to help. And if this video helped you, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I put out practical content regularly to help you train smarter and recover better. Your body's a battery. Let's make sure you know how to keep it charged. And as always, best of luck in your journey.